It's go time.
Pause the music.
Pause the music. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of No Place Like Homaha. I am your host, JD Wonder, alongside my co-host, Nick Hendricks.
And a
Mikey
pissed off doctor.
It's still, is it the rankings this time? What is it this week?
Yes.
Something
every
personal?
Week.
Oh,
Every week.
Let's break it down.
Do we want to start with the
different.
rankings for?
We might as well.
Go right as well.
I'm not holding my breath.
No, it's
No.
not. But let's just talk about the hot takes on what's pissing off Dr. Love here.
No.
All
We
right,
have to.
fine.
We
I'll
have to
say
address
it right now.
Say
Grand
it.
Canyon is ranked 25th in the country, and the Old Dominion Monarchs are not even ranked at all.
They're called the Old Dominion Lions.
Did you guys like the title of last week's episode?
I did enjoy that. It was
The Lions of Old Dominion.
quite controversial.
But
Not controversial. Factual statement.
no.
Don't know about all that, but sure.
I know about
Yeah.
all that. Why?
just why?
Why?
I think that should be the
So-
title of the
See,
the
here's,
episode.
That might have
just
to be.
bro,
There you
why?
go.
here's what I think.
All right.
Grand Canyon, they be worshiping on the knees and stuff.
What?
With
What?
their mouth.
Hold on. Wait.
I don't know about all
i.e.
that, but
sucking off the people who decides this. 'Cause this
collectively,
is Class A
team?
horseshit. Southern Miss should not be ranked 14th after the Old Dominion Lions won the series last weekend, bro. Like, why? What? Did Old Dominion put bleach in somebody's freaking Gatorade?
Okay, well,
Uh.
one, I don't think anybody did that. But two, I mean, Southern Miss did come back after losing that series, even with the midweek loss against Ole Miss, who also, by the way, dropped LSU out of the rankings completely. First time ever that the Rebels have swept in Baton Rouge and ruined the Senior Day festivities for LSU. I did think it's
Ooh,
funny.
Senior day.
Coach Mike Bianco has a son on LSU, and they took like a family picture on Senior Day, and it was everybody else dressed in LSU, and then there was good old Mike Bianco in his entire coaching baby blue uniform. I thought that was hilarious.
Bro, Southern Miss literally lost all. No.
But
He's
then they
just
came
so
back
mad.
and won a series next week, or this next weekend. They beat
They won the
UTSA.
UTSA.
I don't
Took
care.
2 out of 3.
I
Yep.
don't care. I do not care. I give zero cares.
Well, I mean, considering taking a look at just
No.
how – I mean, Southern Miss
No.
went on a hot win streak in the middle of the
No.
year to put them up to where they were. They ended up beating a still very, very good Ole Miss team earlier on in the year in April, and then went through pretty much only losing – let's see how many of this. They lost, I think, only 2-3 games in April.
Bro, they literally lost the series to UAB and then the Old Dominion Lions. Why are they in the top 25?
It's a great question because of where
I'm
they
telling
stand.
you, no. They've been listening to Alex Cooper.
Oh, boy, this should be good.
The Gluck Gluck 9000, my guy, they doing it.
No,
Yes.
they ain't doing it.
Can't convince me.
I mean, probably not.
Steadfast in my ways.
Unbelievable.
But Grand Canyon stays in the 25th spot after sweeping New Mexico State this weekend. 9-6 on Friday, 9-4 on Saturday, and then 5-4 on Sunday, and that's their second straight series win after beating Sacramento State. Actually, that's their third straight series win. But Grand Canyon kind of looking to make some waves. They've been in the regionals quite a few years, kind of back-to-back as well. So Virginia Tech takes the third place in the country after this weekend. I forget who they had, but they had a monster weekend.
Monster weekend also for Vanderbilt.
Yes,
Took 2 out of 3 from Arkansas.
that's huge. In Fayetteville. Also, fun fact, apparently Arkansas loves to let wild animals into the stadium after a fan picked up a raccoon in left field.
Good old trash panda.
Oh my god, they played like trash pandas.
Put some respect on pandas' names, bro.
Dude,
I just said a trash panda.
when you
Like
look
a version
that
of
little,
a panda.
yeah. I mean I think it's funny, but that's very redneck of Arkansas. I mean, come on.
Put some
Well, there's
respect on
been
Arkansas,
cats.
bro.
There's been cats on the field before at different ballparks. Like
That's
it's
very
a
true.
Raccoon,
Yeah,
happens.
but Virginia Tech ended up not upsetting, but at the time it was an upset over Louisville, and they jump all the way up to their number 3 spot after sweeping completely. Or they not sweep. They ended up losing the first game 8-1, and then they came back, won 4-3, and then 6-4 on Saturday, Sunday. So now Virginia Tech, I believe, holds sole leadership of the ACC, and they close out their season against Virginia this next coming weekend, and that's the last weekend for regular season in D1 college baseball.
Do you want to quickly list off the
What
top
up?
25?
I might as
I'm
well.
good. I'll shower tomorrow.
You sure about that?
100%.
Absolutely sure about that?
100%. Yes.
What are you doing?
Just hanging out, being cool. Talking with the boys. All right.
You're gonna shower tomorrow, then, Mike?
Congrats, Nick. You're going to have to edit 3 videos.
Okay.
Full transparency that is staying in there.
That's fine. I don't care.
People can know your hygiene habits now.
That's fine, bro. I don't need to take 3 showers within the span of 24 hours.
That is fair.
That is completely fair. I don't think anybody needs to do that. Oh my goodness, that was just too funny because I was like, "What the hell
So what's
is
going
that
on in the
noise?"
background?
Yeah.
Porn.
All right. Well, that does not surprise me.
I'm trying to take a look at some of the other games.
Yeah, I'm taking Gonzaga had an absolute thriller against Santa Clara. They ended up winning their longest game at their home stadium ever played. It was 5 hours, the total game time.
Oh, my.
15 innings. Ended up beating Santa Clara on Saturday night, 5-3, in a WCC conference game. And Gonzaga still remains in the top 25 as well. They had their starting pitcher go 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, and they ended up using in total 5 pitchers, and their last guy got the win in Jesse Brody. So,
Wait, Nick, did you say Virginia Tech has sole possession of the ACC?
I believe they do, don't they?
Who
does?
Miami.
Oh, that is right. Well,
They're
and Miami
game up
lost
on Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and then Miami lost this weekend to Florida State.
They lost 2 in a row.
Yeah. They ended up winning the big game over the weekend or on the first day, and then they lost 2 straight.
The ACC is close. So, okay, here's something that's also kind of interesting. So Miami leads the entire ACC,
Mm-hmm.
at least the coastal area. And then in the Atlantic part of it, there's Notre Dame and Louisville, and they're tied. And Louisville has the tie against a Wake Forest team. So it's possible that, I mean, they still have to play in the tournament and whatnot, but I don't know.
But so Notre Dame still has.
They're this. I think they're third in the ACC because I think it's Miami, Virginia Tech, then Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know head-to-heads off the top of my head. So.
Well, I kind of want to check that out here. So I'm going to take a look at Miami's schedule because I do want to see if they do have that. They have the head-to-head against Virginia. They do not have the head-to-head against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech ended up winning that series.
Well, they would need a tie to even.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just to. Wouldn't that just be to win regular season ACC?
Yeah, so whoever would win that would win it outright because Miami, they have Notre Dame at the end of the year, and Notre Dame, on the other hand, trying to look to see their series against Virginia Tech ended up getting canceled. So I don't know how that would work then because I think.
Remind me, if you win your regular season conference, is it like all the other? Is it like NAI where you get an automatic bid to the national tournament, or do you have to win?
You have
I
to
know
win.
if you win your conference tournament, it's an automatic bid.
Normally, if you win your conference and you're within the top 25 for that conference, especially if it's a Power 5, you should get the automatic bid if you win outright. I mean, Tennessee is obviously going to get the outright bid because they were the number 1 team in the country. The automatic bid. They won the SEC outright in total, which is extremely insane. And they are one of the best teams in baseball. If they lose in the SEC tournament, then that's going to be just fireworks all around. But I believe the winner of the regular season for the ACC should get a bid.
So, like, if Miami wins it and they just tank absolute ball sacks in the ACC tournament, they still get a bid, right? They just probably won't host.
They would not host, no, but they would get a bid because Miami was earlier last week. They were 6, and now after losing the series, they dropped to 9. So they wouldn't be a top 8 national seed. They would, and depending on how they do against Notre Dame, who's still a very, very strong opponent. And Notre Dame this weekend had Pitt, and they won that series 2 out of 3. So that should be very interesting to see how the rest of the weekend goes for the ACC. I think that might be the toughest conference to watch.
In terms of the tournament?
Well, just in terms of this last regular season, because Notre Dame does not have a series with Virginia Tech. They have 1 game, and they won that game 10-5. Otherwise, the other 2 games got canceled. So by that logic, then I believe Notre Dame would have the series, quote unquote, against Virginia Tech, so they would win the tiebreaker. So if they beat Miami, then Notre Dame wins the regular season for the ACC, and they'd be the number 1 going into the tournament. Good Lord, that's tough to follow.
I know some of these words.
I don't know.
To poor Josh just like
I'm so confused right now. I understand where you're both coming from, and like I think it's gonna matter mostly on like just national seeding and then conference like playoff, like the playoff conference win.
Yeah.
See, I think I might disagree with you with the ACC being the toughest because you look at this Big 12, and they are 1 game away from having a 4-way tie for first.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Because Texas Tech, TCU are tied, and then Oklahoma State, Oklahoma are 1 game back.
Well,
it's so crazy
Texas
to
Tech,
see Texas in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially since they came out in the beginning of the season as like a big favorite.
Mm-hmm. And keep going, Josh. Sorry, I'm looking at schedules right now.
That Texas Tech. I was just looking at that those games, and they swept Oklahoma State. So to do that, and especially on, oh man, looking at the box score, it looks like their bats were just on fire.
Wasn't it the Oklahoma State game where that dude hit like a 500-foot nuke?
534 feet.
Oh.
I seen a replay. That thing was dookied on.
Well, he's hit multiple home runs like that, and I'm trying to find it because I know I like the tweet, so I'll give you the name of the guy in a second here. But no, and he's been doing that all year long.
He's
had monster home runs. I'm looking.
Drug test him.
Test him. Be in this cup. Yeah, literally, the games Texas didn't have less than 8 hits in each game. 8, and then 12, I think, in the last game. So
Griffin
red hot.
Griffin Dorshin is the name from Oklahoma State, and he has a lot of pop in his bat. And so I think that now looking at Oklahoma State's schedule as well, so they have Baylor coming up this weekend. Oklahoma has Texas Tech. So if Oklahoma wins, then TCU would take up because TCU is officially tied with Texas Tech. Oklahoma State and Oklahoma are now a game back. Texas is 3.
Can you imagine if it somehow shakes out to have a 4-way tie?
That would be
for the regular season. That would be bizarre.
Because Texas Tech would have to lose to Oklahoma.
Which is possible. Like they could go
a series.
They would, if my math is correct. Don't quote me. I'm not a math guy. But if you said Oklahoma and Texas Tech, right? If Oklahoma wins 2 out of 3, I think that would tie them in terms of the Big 12.
But then would they go like head to head then? Like
And
if they
then
played each other head
probably, and then if Oklahoma does win 2 out of 3, then they'd have the head-to-head.
Well,
But I'm saying
so
like
here's
some of the other ones have sweeps over others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's that. I mean, that's what it would come down to with the 4-way
Yeah.
or even a 3-way.
so looking at TCU's schedule right now as well. TCU is done Big 12 play. They've got Santa Clara this weekend. They ended up sweeping Kansas 15-6 on Friday, and I wanted to read this because this is just horrible. 30-3 on Saturday. That is right. 30, 3-0-3, 8-2 on Sunday.
Good
TCU has lost their series to Oklahoma 2-3. Oklahoma State, they won the series 2-3. Texas Tech, they swept.
Okay.
So Oklahoma right now literally holds their own fate. If they beat Texas Tech,
Well,
then
didn't you just say Wichita State is beating them?
Currently, like the game going on right
yes.
now.
Yes. Currently right now, the game going on. Oh, it finished up. Hold on. Please hold. Let me go to Oklahoma's schedule.
Holding
on Nick Hendricks.
5-yard penalty, automatic.
Bitch.
Yep.
18-0.
I don't know where to go with the
Yeah, 18-0.
Ooh.
But that wouldn't count towards Big 12 play. So they still have Texas Tech, but still by logic, if Oklahoma holds it out, because the only team that TCU swept in this 4-way tie at the moment was
Texas Tech.
So if Oklahoma wins, let's see how they did against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it'd be so cool to see Texas and West Virginia somehow sneak in and make it a 6-way.
In other news, though, Oklahoma State in softball upset Oklahoma.
Yeah, I did see that.
To win the Big 12 title. That was crazy.
In other news, Nebraska won the Big 10.
It did.
And they're going to the tournament.
We're good at softball. Not baseball this year, but
I remember, I'm pretty sure you said Nebraska was going to be.
Hot take there. That was probably the hottest take I've had.
Yeah. But
weird.
Hey, remember when you two both picked Texas to make it?
Yeah, you remember when I picked Old Dominion and they're not getting ranked?
I remember that too.
I also picked UC Irvine.
Yeah, we got. We'll take a glance.
When
the tournament bracket comes out, if we actually have a chance to get some right.
But also, Oklahoma lost the series to Oklahoma State 2-3. So by that logic, I'm trying to math this out here.
Yeah, math major, go baby.
Well, I'm just
basing
it off of how this would go, because the only team that TCU has beat was Texas Tech and Oklahoma, or the only full sweep that they would have would be Texas Tech.
Because they took 2 out of 3 from the other ones.
Yeah, Oklahoma State, and then they lost the series to Oklahoma. I think that, oh my gosh, in Texas Tech, they played midweek games. Oh, dear Lord. Or no, they played one midweek game against Texas Tech. Oh, and they beat them 14-9. So if they even win one game, they push Texas Tech down. So Oklahoma has a chance to, if they win 2 games, take possession of the Big 12.
Oh,
watch our logic be off somewhere.
Yeah, it's
gonna be so off because we're
actually West Virginia just wins it all somehow.
That'd be awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Separate note, Maryland and Rutgers are also tied, but I'm pretty sure Maryland holds a tiebreaker on that one.
They do because they won. Was it 2 out of 3?
Yeah,
something like that.
And Iowa's holding strong in that 3rd spot as well. Illinois this weekend losing. I think did they win 2 out of 3 to Nebraska? Or...
I don't know, bro.
I tried watching it. I did try
watching
watching it. I tried watching it, but they were in like a storm delay in the 9th inning. Ridiculous.
So,
yeah,
the Big 12, and I think the Big 12 and the ACC this week are going to be huge implications to see who gets number 1 in the tournament, and that could play out in just big ways. Because I know Texas Tech's pitching staff is insane, coupled with their offense.
Their offense has been the thing that's carrying them.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, Oklahoma State as well has the same combination. So, but moving on to the rankings, and I'll do this as fast as possible. Nobody needs to hold their breath. The two top teams stay in Tennessee and Oregon State. Virginia Tech hops up to that 3 spot for the first time all year. Stanford is 4, Texas Tech 5, Texas A&M hops up to 6. I believe that's the highest they've been all season.
Wow.
Arkansas drops 3 spots after losing to Vanderbilt 2 games to 3. They drop to 7. Oklahoma State drops all the way back to 8 after getting swept. Miami is 9, Louisville 10, Gonzaga stays 11. And that's kind of weird because Gonzaga has just been consistent all year long. Virginia is 12, Texas State 13 after a 2 jump. Notre Dame is 14, Maryland 15, UConn 16. They dropped a series this weekend, so they pushed back. Southern Miss is at 17. Yep.
Still mad about it, but
The arch rivals of the Old Dominion Monarchs are at 17.
Old Dominion Lions.
UC Santa Barbara, the Gauchos, are at 18. Auburn is 19. Florida State 20 after only moving up 1 spot. Vanderbilt hops up all the way to 21 after being 24. Texas stays at 22. UCLA, TCU, and Grand Canyon round it out. TCU is now ranked after their massive just offensive explosion this weekend against Kansas.
Love to see Vanderbilt back in there. You had to know they were going to come back with the last couple weekends here.
Well, I think that's the one thing as well that we talked about too in the middle of the year when Vanderbilt was having their slide. You have the teams that are always there and capable of pushing back in. You know, Vanderbilt is capable of pushing themselves back in. You know, at some point, and you guys will hate me for saying it, but you know, at some point, Texas will probably start catching at least some sort of fire and find their way through the regionals in some sort of fashion.
Nope.
Ole Miss has found it against LSU. I think they'll be able to try to find their way back, but LSU is also that team to do so.
Oh, and Old Dominion, don't forget them.
Old Dominion is trying to find their way, Mikey.
They're found their way. They're just being hated on right now and blacklisted. So.
They found a way to stay out of the top 25.
I'm going to find a way to hit the stop record button if you continue this.
But Vanderbilt has a series now to close out for senior weekend in Nashville against LSU, and that's just going to be a tough series to see if LSU can bounce back, which I believe they will. It's going to be a tough Vanderbilt team that they got.
Is Enrique Bradley a senior?
Yes.
Enrique Bradfield?
Junior, yeah. And the man is a walking human highlight reel. I mean, the catch that he had at center was
so fast.
Just
so
nuts.
This is super crazy to see too. The national leaders in stolen bases.
Yeah.
The leader's got 57, which
he's from Texas State.
He's Texas Southern, which is ungodly.
Texas Southern, yeah.
And then you got 44, 41, and then Enrique's got 40 in the SEC. Like, I don't know what conferences these other 3 are in, but, like, they're D1 baseball.
It's like the Power 5. He's the first Power 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
also, he's only a sophomore. So we have 2.
Was it COVID sophomore then?
I believe
he's draft eligible?
He should be, I think.
Okay.
But then your boy, Trickinick, is leading batting average in ding-dongs.
The Hispanic Titanic?
Yes.
Yeah, the Tonka truck.
So I did see something on here. One guy for Texas has 25 home runs. They've got 2 other guys with 10, and then they've got multiple guys just counting in through it. And I think they have a total. Let me check this out here to see what the actual number is, just to make sure I'm right. But they have the most home runs in Texas baseball history this year, which is absolutely insane. And I think a lot of teams are seeing that jump. Check the bats, check whatever, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but
drug test.
I'm taking I'm taking a look at it now. So going through to see home runs in total. Texas as a team this year has hit 96 bombs.
Damn.
Ivan Melendez accounts for what the
like
heck
half
did I
of them?
just do? Well, Ivan Melendez counts for 25.
Oh.
I got to go back.
So
here.
like a fourth.
Like
a fourth of them.
Yeah. Murphy Stilley has 14. Skylar Messenger has 9. Douglas Hodu has 7. Salas Ardorn has 10. Trey Faltine has 14 as well, and those are all big returners that Texas had this year. But, I mean, that's insane. One team with 96 home runs. I think Tennessee has like 100 plus.
I think it's safe to say Texas is putting both butt cheeks into the baseball.
I believe
Probably.
that is the scientific evidence is there.
Uh-huh.
That the glutes are firing for them.
Yeah.
The booty cheeks are there.
Facts.
But no, Vanderbilt with a big win over Arkansas this weekend for a series was
Mhm.
huge. So trying to get LSU to get stifled one more week for them to close out SEC play is huge. What?
I swapped to the SEC for statistics.
For statistics or for
And Enrique's got 40. The next guy's got 18.
Oh,
home runs
jeez.
or what?
No, stolen bases.
Oh, stolen bases.
Yeah.
Next guy's 18.
That's so tough, though.
That's just saying like how
Mm-hmm.
good Enrique is. How
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm faster than him though.
Yeah, when
I
you
mean-
had two good hammies.
you could call him out and try it. I mean, you've
Yeah.
stolen you've stolen a few bases in our adult league baseball, so
I've actually
Yeah.
stolen 0.
you stolen 2.
No, I have not.
I've
They were
seen it
pick-off
with my
attempts.
eyes.
They were pickoff attempts. Bad throws.
Not even true.
Old men.
Anyways, just looking at some, but yeah, that's for sure one to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Do we?
Real quick,
to-
Nick, I know Josh has seen this. Did you see that the Reds threw a no-hitter and lost this weekend?
It threw
No, I did not
Hunter
see
Green
this.
threw 112 pitches or something like that. 100 over
Gosh.
110 pitches. 7 1/3 innings was no hits.
It was a combined no-hitter.
Yeah, and they lost.
And they lost?
Mm-hmm. To the
That's
Pirates.
the first time that's happened since 2008.
It was
How do you
1-0.
On a walk,
The
on
Reds.
bases loaded walks?
I could have been. Yeah.
Well, it could have been a walk and like pass
Or
ball
an
and all
errors.
that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Or
or an error.
errors.
Yeah.
I don't know if there were any errors. I don't remember the box score. but-
That's just that. I can't figure
It's-
that out.
It's a tough look for them for sure, but
I mean, you can't just lose a no hitter like that. The Angels threw a
Well,
no
they
hitter
did.
this year.
No, yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. A rookie threw it.
Yeah. I mean, that's still the Angels. Hold on, switching just like
Don't
quick
you say
gears
it.
here.
If you jinx
Where
this,
the heck they come from?
from Anaheim.
Well, oh my God, but no, the Angels are actually relevant this year.
Did you know Shohei just became the most searched player in MLB history?
I would not doubt it.
The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know. But like looking at it here, the Angels in the American League are third.
Yeah, who's first?
And-
just
uh,
real quick.
I hate the
Say it.
Yankees.
say it.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Oh, the real pinstripes for sure.
Yeah. Where
Uh-huh.
are the Cubs? Where are they?
Pinstripe pride, baby.
Oh my God, I don't even want to look.
Were
The
they?
Cubs are so far down.
Are
Not,
they even
not top five?
leading?
Not
Their
dead
division?
last like the Reds.
Okay.
Are
Is
they
that
leading
if that's
the
your
division?
comparison to start? It's
No, I don't
No.
know.
really
if they are.
tough.
No, they're fourth in the division. The Brewers
I think
are up there at
Oh,
first
the
in the
Car-
NL Central.
I was just saying
And
the
then-
Cards are leading.
No, but the Cardinals got a new relief pitcher, and man, does he just throw
He's
heat!
got a 34 ERA. He might not make it to the Hall of Fame now. Full transparency. People were saying that today.
That's poor Albert Pujols. Did you see that Evan Longoria got to keep
Yeah,
the
he
ball
like- he's
after
like,
he got the
"Give it-
hit?
I
and
want the
Pujols
ball."
threw it back. Pujols threw it to him.
He threw it to the dugout.
Yeah, well, he
That's-
threw it to the dugout, but he gave
Yeah.
the
The
ball. That's
content you
hilarious.
want.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Oh, pause the music.
I don't think we can ever get through an intermission or an intro.
Up, pause
Without-
music.
Yep. Park up music.
We need a ad? Sponsor?
You want to ad read right now?
I got one.
Do it.
Pennzoil. CY Pennzoil is the motor oil brand
Pennzoil.
experts trust, baby. You know, oil change, oil.
Oil. Just say the word oil.
Oil needed for a car. Now,
Yes,
you want
thank you
something
for
smooth,
that.
baby? Pennzoil.
Does it taste good? Is it? Are you able to drink it?
Yeah. So what you can do, if you're like ever on a hot sunny day,
Mm-hmm.
and
Just
you want
crack
to
open a cold-
get some tanning going.
Oh, I was
um,
just gonna
You
crack it
rub,
open.
dump
you
and
rub
it on.
start
Penn's
drinking it.
oil on
No.
you. It's
Yeah.
tan lotion.
Yeah, and then
No, I
as
said, is it drinking?
as
Can you
you're
drink?
dumping it on you, bro, you tilt your head up real quick. Just,
I can't wait to see that camera angle.
Yeah, it's definitely a good camera angle. I'll tell you that.
Mikey's actually going to be in the next Pennzoil commercial doing exactly that.
Bro, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, have you seen the movie where they go to Mexico and they bring back an RV full of weed? We Are the Millers.
Yeah, we're
And you know where Jennifer
the
Aniston
scene,
pulls
yeah.
down? Yeah, it's gonna be just like that.
It's going to be like Flashdance for sure.
Oh yeah, I don't
Gosh.
worry.
okay.
But yeah, Pennzoil.
That's
my
too
guy.
funny.
Pennzoil.
Going
What it
back
is.
to games this upcoming week, they have some on Tuesday, and obviously this episode comes out Wednesday, so it doesn't matter. Wednesday, there are no games scheduled as far as I'm seeing. I don't know if you guys see any different.
Yeah, there's rain.
Not seeing. I'm not even seeing anything for like.
Yeah, there's no
conference
games at
tournaments
all.
as well.
Yeah, there's
But
rain in the forecast.
Thursday is when the games come pick up.
UC
Yeah, 'cause
Santa
the rain's
Barbara
gone.
has Bakersfield.
Texas State has Georgia State. Virginia Tech has Duke. UConn has Georgetown. I'm just listing off like all the ranked. Maryland has Purdue. Rutgers and Michigan will still be a good one to kind of catch. Florida State has North Carolina. Virginia and Louisville will be a good game, 10 and 12 seed. Auburn has Kentucky. Tennessee and Mississippi State. Notre Dame and Miami will be another good one.
Where are you seeing the schedule? I'm not seeing shit.
On Thursday?
Hey, watch your mouth. They're
The
kids watching.
19th. That's what I have.
I'm on D1 baseball. Oh, there we go. I just had to reload the page.
Southern Miss and Middle Tennessee.
UCLA,
TCU
Oregon
and
State.
Yep.
Sorry.
TCU and Santa Clara.
Sorry.
Texas and Kansas. I'm hoping Texas. Like, I hate to say it because, horns down, baby. But
Yay!
Texas will play Kansas, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get a good sweep out of that.
Can you imagine if Kansas sweep?
Kansas sweeps.
Oh my
They
gosh.
they would fall out of the top 25 quicker
Bro,
than
they would horns
Old
down
Dominion
them.
never
Oh,
gets in.
Stop. Watch your profanity.
For sure. But yeah, I definitely think Texas can put up just as much as TCU did on them.
Yeah, and that's gonna be really sad to see what happens. Like I think Kansas, like, God bless them for trying, but boys,
God
I'd
stick
cancel
to
the weekend.
basketball.
Football team's not that good.
They have a football team?
Yeah.
Kansas?
Baker Mayfield told him to hold his penis.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Now I know. I didn't even think about that. Would they have like one win on the season?
Yeah, they're
Yep.
bad.
Okay.
They're bad.
Bad.
Arkansas is playing Alabama. Oklahoma State, again, like we said earlier, playing Baylor. Texas A&M and Ole Miss. Texas Tech, Oklahoma. Vanderbilt and LSU. Stanford and USC. Grand Canyon and Seattle University. UCLA and Oregon State. That's all the ranked opponents that are playing that I see. Anyways, do you see any other like good games worth catching? I think NC State and Wake Forest will be all right. But again, kind of both teams that have fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, I kind of want to take a look at the Pac-12 real quick as well, because I know it's we don't talk about it a lot, and Mikey obviously hates the Pac-12. Apparently, like
he has a
brother.
vengeance against Pac-12.
I know, but UCLA is third in the Pac-12. They're 2 games back, so if they sweep Oregon State, then they jump possibly in first. But Stanford has is 1 game back behind Oregon State. Looking at UCLA's schedule here just to see who they have lost the entire series, or they lost the series against Stanford, winning 1 game out of the 3. And then Oregon State, obviously, they still got to play. Oregon State, on the other hand, with Stanford, I'm checking that at the moment. They also lost the series to Stanford. So Stanford actually would take the tiebreaker if UCLA was to, in some way, even give Oregon State a loss on the weekend. So Stanford could potentially win the conference this weekend if they win and don't get swept out by USC and Oregon State loses 2 games. So
stellar.
Yeah.
So just Stanford's that sneaky team that it's always kind of been on like the back burner of what we talk about because it hasn't been like those big SEC opponents or Big 12 like we talked about. I'm saying every season it seems like Stanford just sneaks into like the super regionals or even the College World Series, and I'm like,
Yeah.
How'd they get here? You know?
And oddly enough, like Stanford is one of the College World Series blue bloods. Or for their sake, I should say almost red bloods. But I mean, they've been one of those teams to consistently be in it as well. And I'm just kind of looking at this right now as well. I don't want to look at that. I need to look to see how many more.
Are you watching naughty videos while we're doing a podcast?
No, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't believe you. Please be professional one time.
I'm trying to.
Look at ads for Pennzoil, like Mikey does.
No.
Yeah.
But so,
Pennzoil.
Thank you. So Stanford they have 16 College World Series appearances at just kind of, because this is an interesting fact and it's fun to go back and look through history. Texas leads all time with 36. Miami is 25. Arizona State and Florida State are both tied with 22. USC has 21 College World Series appearances. Oklahoma State is 20. Cal State Fullerton with 18. LSU with 18 as well. Arizona has 17 CWS appearances. Stanford, we said, was 16, Clemson and Florida State, or in Florida actually, tied with 12. South Carolina has 11 appearances, and the majority of those coming within the last decade. Mississippi State with 10, North Carolina with 10. Northern Colorado, just to throw a wrench in everybody's plan, decides they have come here 10 times. And then actually, Oklahoma has 10 College World Series appearances as well. So that's your like top 15 with a couple of ties here and there, teams in the College World Series with most appearances.
Question: how many College World Series had Texas won?
Texas, when it comes to titles, let me take a look at this here. Where did that tab just go? There it is. When it comes to national championships, Texas has 6. USC has 12.
So you're saying that when Texas makes it here, most of the time they crap the bed.
They either crap the bed or they make it to the semifinals, and yes, once again,
and crap the bed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just making sure.
Yes.
That's where we're at. That they do make a lot of appearances.
Horns down, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But suck.
So out of the 21 times that USC has made it to the College World Series, they hold the most championship titles with 12.
They won like 6 in a row one year.
Yeah, they have.
Not 1 year, but one.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
LSU has had, where did they just go? They have 18 national tournament appearances for the CWS, and they have won 6. So, and it's been a while. It's actually been a while since USC has actually been in the College World Series. The last national championship they had was in 1998. So, and then their back-to-back years were, close to 1968, 1970, 1971, 1972, 1973, 1974, 1978. So, yeah.
You know who has 1 appearance in the College World Series and 1 win?
Nebraska.
Coastal Carolina.
And, Coastal Carolina, which is funny enough. Baby. Because he's wearing a Chanticleer shirt, and I'm looking at the Zoom right now as it is. But fun fact about that, before 2016, Coastal Carolina had back-to-back appearances in the regionals and the tournament. They ended up in their third one getting all the way through, getting to the national championship game and winning back in 2016.
I call that 100% efficiency right there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so does that cover all the games for this weekend? Just going back to that.
Pretty much, yeah. I think one of the games that I'm most excited for, because we talked about the ACC as well, is that Virginia-Louisville game and the Miami-Notre Dame series, just to see how much can get shaken up and just to see how Miami seems to do with a little bit of pressure put on them. And then as well as Texas Tech, Oklahoma, because that has now astronomical possibilities for the Big 12 to end up. So I think those are the biggest games of the week.
Mikey, who do the Old Dominion Lions have this weekend?
I'm not talking.
Oh, I see.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was dead.
Western Kentucky, baby.
Ah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
series will probably drop one game. Probably still not gonna matter. Not gonna be ranked.
What's Old Dominion's record overall?
Enough and enough.
All right, hold
34
on.
and 15.
We gotta take a look back at this as well. We
No,
haven't
we
talked
don't.
about it in a couple
No,
of
we
weeks.
don't.
Iona, they're dog shit. They played one game this weekend and lost.
Did they actually?
Dang.
Yes.
So what? Wait, how many wins do they have? They have 5 wins.
5. Yes, they're 5 and 39.
wins.
All
Yes.
5 wins have come in their conference.
Yes.
They literally lost 9-2 on Wednesday.
Oh my gosh! And their
They put
last
Manhattan.
How many games do they have left?
3.
Can they get into double-digit wins? No.
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 Well, technically,
No, they can't.
they can win the 3 and then win the conference. Can you imagine?
Can they make the playoffs?
They're like-
They
still,
won't
though?
make the
That's what I
conference.
was gonna say. They
imagine?
might
If they did, they were like, psych, we're actually really fucking good.
just run the conference table, then get into a regional bid.
Run that.
Oh
Run
the
that.
table.
Be the
God.
top 8 team. Like, what's up? We had 5 wins.
No.
Suck it.
Oh, that would be.
That would be the
so-
biggest Cinderella story ever.
Oh,
I don't even.
Bro,
Nothing can
they
top
could
that.
win the next 3, and they'd probably be ranked sooner than Old Dominion would be.
That would be really sad.
Disrespectful.
Oh my God!
Iona Gales, number 25 spot.
And oddly enough,
I would quit. I'd quit.
Just quit the
I'm-
podcast.
You just wouldn't
I'm
hear
looking
from me.
at it. I'm looking at it right now, gentlemen, and this has to be the saddest thing I think I have seen on this podcast. The Iona Gales are not the last team in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Sorry, you
There's somebody worse than them.
Yep.
Who is it? Is that the team they swept?
No.
Oh,
Well, it might have been. Hold on. Let me look to see what the schedule was for them.
Winnipeg. I got it. Hold on.
is it
No,
Quinnipiac?
It's not.
No, it's
Oh.
not Quinnipiac. No, they actually beat Iona earlier in the season for their 2 out of their 4 wins on the year. Their basketball team is much better than any other
Oh,
team
is it
on
St.
campus. Apparently,
Peter's?
St. Peter's is
Oh.
4-16 in the conference.
Bro, they literally have a better record than Iona. It doesn't matter. They're 7-40.
I know, but they.
Like, oh my God, that's a lot of L's. Holy shit.
I thought you were gonna say that. Okay, is there any team this year though that has no wins?
No, there's no way.
I don't know. How do we? Hold on, I'm gonna look
I
this
just
up.
look up lowest record.
Jesus, maybe? I don't know. Here, hold on.
College baseball's lowest record of 2022.
I got this.
Oh my god. I can't even find it.
I got this.
Okay, Mikey's got it, but I also want to.
Alcorn State is 3-36.
3 wins.
That's the-
good. God.
That's the lowest one.
If you're curious, their RPI is 301.
There's actually an article that says like the worst team in college baseball almost won first game, and then it says Iona baseball.
That's as far as I can go. Is 301.
That's
They have the nation's longest losing streak this season, though. Iona does.
with what?
700.
I don't even know. It's got to be.
I have no idea.
It's got to be bad. Hold on. I'm gonna try to see if I can count this out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do this out loud.
It
Otherwise,
was
I'm
at
gonna mess up.
28 games when they measured it, but it might have been longer than that too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7, 13.
6. Oh my god, I messed up again.
He's stupid.
All right.
I'm living rent free in his brain right now.
All right. So I've got 6. I've got 9.
He's that referee right here. Fucking
I got
Point it at
6.
his
I got
forehead.
9. I got 11.
7, 16,
13.
29,
15.
4,000.
69.
17. 18. 19. 20. Holy shit. 21.
I don't know.
22,
Holy shit.
20,
How many
3,
digits is that?
24,
27,
25,
26,
26,
23,
28.
23,
No, it's official.
82.
28.
Longest losing streak of the year was 28 games, and it ended with a win over St. Peter's.
Jesus? Oh.
And St. Peter's
Excellent.
is last in the conference. Oh, my Lord. But oddly enough, the team with the hottest win streak,
Southwestern Athletic Conference. What?
the hottest team with the win streak right now so far, with 11 wins is Marist, and they're in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. And they have 11 games. East Carolina with 10 so far, still going. Davidson with 9, BYU with 9. Stanford is on an 8-game win streak coming into the weekend as well.
Bro, it literally doesn't matter. If you win one game, you'll get ranked. Old Dominion can win 27 in a row, won't get ranked.
Oh man,
I love the fact
they're
that
not even number one in their conference, Mikey.
I don't care. Texas is in the middle of the Big 12, and they're 22nd.
But they have a better record than
Didn't
Old Dominion
ask.
does. Oh
Didn't
my
ask.
goodness,
Then ask.
crazy.
oh my
No.
goodness.
No, stop. No more words.
There's
Podcast over.
Oh, with
Well,
that, I guess the
Thanks for coming
podcast.
out.
I guess the
How about
podcast's
that?
over.
Josh is an asshole.
All right. Since you're already tuning in, obviously, to our YouTube channel, the No Place Like Homaha podcast, you can like and subscribe. Again, if you're already a subscriber, please unsubscribe and resubscribe. It helps us climb. We are also out on Twitter.
How does that
and
work?
TikTok.
How does that logic work? What?
Yeah.
It works.
So
If you
this
like add as a
podcast
new
is
subscriber, then
sponsored
like
by
it like
Pennzoil,
does
and
the
whoop,
algorithm.
I'm about to whoop Josh's ass for these comments he's making.
Are you gonna pour some on your hand, spank me? Like,
Yeah,
what's up?
You're gonna love it.
Oh
I would
my,
enjoy
no.
that personally. Big
Yeah.
fan.
I know.
Also, shout out on the channel to our 8 subscribers that we got now. Jumped up to 2
Myself
from
and
last
I.
week.
Wrap it up for you guys for sure. Yeah, but absolutely do that. You can find us on Twitter and TikTok at Homaha Pod. And that's it for this episode, I guess.
My
I've been your host, JD Wonder, alongside Nick Hendricks and Mikey Love. It's been fun, boys.
Yeah.